Hello and... I'm not having this again. Not after last night's video. There we go. I think that's a bit better. Hey. Hello and welcome to Mary's Mini number 5, day 2. It's Tuesday. Text is up there. Yeah, things are going okay, in all honesty. I've had a little bit more sleep than I did yesterday. Still only about 3 hours or so, but once I dropped Rowan off at Keita, came back home, managed to have a little bit more sleep, so yeah, no, it worked out. Food has actually been really good the last couple of days. Like I've really managed to sort of stick with it and stick by what I'm meant to be eating, which, you know, I know day 2, it's never really difficult on day 2 to stick with potatoes, unless you're coming into it cold from like eating a whole bunch of other stuff, stuff that might not be compliant, that sort of thing, in which case, yeah, it's a bit difficult, just a tad. So, yeah, I don't know, like, so, tell you what, let's have a look. So this is what I ate yesterday for my various meals, and, you know, sort of rolling over into today's as well. And all in all, pretty good. I've made some little experimenty sort of things today. The last thing that that's shown up there as well. So while I was in the store earlier, Kaufland, which is kind of like a Walmart, I guess. It's like a slightly more upmarket Walmart, I guess you would say. I was walking through the section where they have sauces like sriracha and stuff like that, and I thought, oh, you know, like I'll grab a bottle of sriracha, I'm running a little bit low. And I saw this bottle of Australian style hot barbecue sauce, and I thought that looked pretty interesting. But, you know, if it's nothing but oil and stuff like that, like, you know, as barbecue sauces tend to be, not interested. So I read it, and I think like 5th ingredient down was sugar, and there's no oil in it that I can see. Like there's none. So yeah, I'm all right. It was a cursory sort of inspection, but it was literally like tomato puree, and then like spices, and then this, and then this, and then a bit of sugar. Okay, like, yeah, you know what, for giving it a try, I'll do it, because I just want some sort of dipping sauce for my spuds. And when I got home, I sort of chopped up a bunch of potatoes, carrot, parsnips, or onion, that sort of thing, threw it all in a big glass baking dish, poured on some of the sauce, mixed it all up, put a layer of tin foil over the top of it, aluminum foil, as you might call it, and put it in the oven, and just baked it for an hour. And, you know, gave it a stir once or twice, but that came out really good and really spicy, actually. Like, to the point where I've eaten a bowl of it, just, you know, as you saw, just now. And my mouth is still a little bit, whew, and it's got to be something pretty spicy for me to get like that. It really does. So, yeah, not bad at all. Nice little experiment. My beetroot thing, which is the thing that you saw before that last one, that is a slight modification on the beetroot bake recipe. I did top that with a little bit of the no salt, everything but the bagel crunch thing that I acquired through various channels from America. Which I haven't told you about yet, but like we might get there. Yeah, like that was pretty good as well. Like the bagel crunch was quite nice. I think I might have to just put it on like a salad or something rather than something hot. Like I think it got lost a little bit in the flavour. But yeah, it was also pretty good. Like I'm doing well. Like I'm not finding it a struggle currently to stick to the Mary's Mini or anything. Don't get me wrong, like this morning I absolutely wanted a coffee. You know, 3 hours of sleep, followed by having to get up and rush around and do stuff. Anyone would want a coffee. But yeah, it's gone okay. So, you know, I still haven't planned out what I should say during these things. I got that auto cue app, and I still just don't use it. Oh well, right. The Mini's going fine. As far as I'm aware, everyone else that's doing the Mini is also doing good. I've been seeing sort of pictures pop up from Brian and Jessica and David from you know, all the different things that they're making and eating and that sort of thing. There's a couple of people on Instagram and Facebook that have also started Mary's Minis at the same time. So I keep getting tagged in those, which is really cool. Like I've seen some really tasty food actually, or you know, it looks really good anyway. It certainly looks better than some of the stuff I make. So yeah, it's going good. I'm liking this. Everyone's sort of coming together, and we're all like going at it. It's good. Yeah. Cat update. Cat update. Why not? Because, you know, sometimes people might be invested in that. So earlier on today, not too long ago, around about, I want to say about 7:30, after Saguta and Rowan had eaten, we're all sort of in the house, and we can hear Batman, the new cat, in the room that we've set him in as his little home base sort of area. And he sounds a little bit upset. You know, he's meowing quite a lot. Dexter and him have had some time where they can like sniff each other and see each other, but not physically get at each other. And we've been like swapping their beds back and forth and all that sort of thing. You know, the stuff that you should do when you're trying to bring a new cat into a house. Especially when you've got one that's been here for like a year and it's established and it's like, this is its territory. So, you know, because they were, you know, sort of a little bit upset because Batman was a bit upset. We said, right, okay, well, we'll supervise heavily and we'll distract them with things to play with. Let's let him out. And we did. And it, you know, Batman and Dexter had a little bit of a, there's another cat here, this isn't right. And after about 30 seconds or so of just being a bit standoffish, they just started playing together. Like we were distracting them with like laser pointers and little like feathers on the ends of sticks and all that sort of thing. And they played together and had a really fun little time for quite a while actually, probably about an hour and a half. Followed by, you know, there was a little bit of aggressive cuddling. Let's say I think they chased each other around the house a little bit too much, and you know, sort of set off their chase reflexes. They were chasing each other, and eventually got to a point they just sort of went like, okay, like let's give it a go, and jumped at each other. Not like no hissing or puffing up or anything like that. More just like sort of testing the waters. Like I would call it like a little bit like trying to judge where they are and, you know, sort of, hard to describe. It's like, it's trying to figure out each other's limits. Like, where is the cutoff point that we can play at? You know, like dogs play and they ask each other permission to play by doing the weird little sort of like bow thing to each other. I don't know whether you know it. Like I tend to just find out random stuff. But dogs have apparently got this codified way of playing with each other. They sort of like do this weird little, watch dogs, you'll see it. They do like a little bit of a weird bow to each other and then pounce forward, and they you know, sort of wrestle around a little bit, and they have their mouths open, their jaws open wide, but they don't bite essentially beyond like a little bit of a nip. And if one dog goes too far, then the other will break off from it. And then if the dogs decide that play is going to continue, they'll do the little bow again, like, okay, that was a little bit too far, you know? And yeah, it was sort of like that sort of thing. We did like separate them again after that. We, put Batman back in the room we're keeping him in. Dexter, as you can see, is up there. But yeah, I think it's going really, really well, which is, awesome. Hopefully I'll be in bed tonight before midnight, my time. I'll be able to have lots and lots of sleep, which means that tomorrow, instead of having a nap throughout the morning or middle of the day or anything like that, I can actually just get straight on to editing videos and get everything sorted and finally catch up with what I'm after. So, yeah. Hope springs eternal. Right, thank you very much for joining me. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.